What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Deska Pens, and today I have a very, very interesting pen for you. This is the Retro 51 Nikola Tesla. Very, very cool. Look at that face. That good man, that smart man, that bright man, creating all kinds of things. Very, very, very cool. Let's see. Wait a minute. Boom. There we go. Oh, wait, hold up. Now a real boom. Just had to get that. Oh, pardon. Had to get that. And then we're going to go ahead and do that right there. Just taking some pictures for our wonderful, wonderful thumbnail. So cool. All right, so let's just get right into the pen. I am told that this is supposed to look like a copper wire. You know, it's kind of built in to look that way and stuff, which is nice. Like you take the copper wire, you slice it down, and then boom, that's what the center of it looks like. And so they just took that and spread it all around this pen. As you can see, it changes shape, and it's very nice. It's very, very grippy for how coppery it looks. Now, this is an actual copper, and I know this because it just hasn't really appeared to tarnish or patina or anything. It's not like brass or copper or bronze. It just isn't, which is cool. It came with this Schmidt Easy Flow 9000. Usually they come in rollerball, but this one decided to be a ballpoint for me, and I was like, you know what? I'm okay with that. That's cool, fine, dope. And so boom, so here we are with it. And, you know, it's just it's a very, very nice pen. The place that I like to grip it is, as you can see, there's this little part right here. And then if you flip it over, you kind of get another one right there. And so I kind of like to do that and just kind of, you know, wrap up on the pen. As you guys know, I'm a really big fan of Retro 51. I have the really wonderful, the really nice F4U Corsair. On the box, it says $54, but at the place that I was at, I got it on sale, and it was like $36, so a great deal for me. So I was like, heck yeah, let's go. And so yeah, so we'll just get into a little writing sample now. Oh, and right off the bat, it's just so insanely smooth. Yeah, Schmidt Easy Flow 9000 BP. Boom. Retro 51 Tesla ballpoint. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just get into some writing. Yeah, I mean, like, the 8126 is still a phenomenal pen, but man, this is really, really nice, and so I have to respect it for just what it is. Yeah, this is just a really, really good pen. Brown Fox. Yeah, Retro 51, I think, in terms of, like, rollerballs and ballpoints anyway, and I guess fountain pens to some extent, because they'll still do some of the same designs and whatnot, but I feel like they almost are kind of like the kings of making everything look a little bit younger for people. You know, it's like, you want to look cool and hip and like you love history, boom, Nikola Tesla. Now, in all honesty, I'm not a big fan of Nikola Tesla the same way I'm like a big fan of like the F4U Corsair. Part of that is just because, you know, the field that I'm going into, aviation, it's like, yeah, it's kind of, that pertains to me. I like that. I've always enjoyed planes, but, you know, Nikola Tesla himself, even though I don't know a lot about it, you know, I thought this design was just phenomenal. And so, you know, I'm just saying, sometimes, you know, you have a little design and you like it so much, and then you start to wonder who this guy is. And then you go on, do some research and stuff, and you know, suddenly, boom, you have a little more knowledge to a very fine writing instrument, which, look, again, I haven't really done a whole lot of research, but, you know, for parents that are hoping to inspire their kids into something, maybe you give them a cool pen. They wonder what's this periodic table on it, because, yes, Retro 51 does make a periodic table pen, and then suddenly they're looking into it, you know, and so, anyway, but I don't, you know, I don't want to do parenting. It's just an idea I have. Perhaps I'll do that for my own children one day. Indeed. Okay. The quick brown fox jumps over the... Yeah, just phenomenal. I love this thing. Boom. Whoopsies. Okay, here we go right here. A little skip test. Super nice, you know. Boom. I have like no complaints. And then just, you know, in terms of the build quality itself, the clip is really excellent. I feel like it's fairly tight and stuff. At least, especially when the pen profile is really small. You know, anytime you're I don't know, anytime you're kind of walking around, you're sitting, you have to squat down to like look at something or like whatever. It's like, this just isn't a pen that feels like it's going to fall out of your pocket. Probably because it's like so dang small. Like, to give you some context, here it is next to a Parker Jotter. And, you know, we all know how small, you know, good old-fashioned Parker Jotter is, but boom. And so, yeah. And so that's, it's like just really, really cool, right? And then, of course, you know, you kind of come into the middle threadings, you know, it's like, boom, metal right there, super cool. You know, our refill, our spring is a total vibe. And then, of course, whoopsies. And then, of course, sorry, guys, just 1 minute. I apologize. Then, of course, we have our deployment. This is a twist action pen, as you can see right here. Watch this part move, and then watch out here. Oh, there it goes. So cool. And that's nice and everything. Another thing that I like is just how quiet the deployment is. You know, you didn't really hear anything. So, you know, in the middle of, I don't know, like a conference room or something, or like whenever you need to kind of be a bit more quiet with your writing deployment, right? It's like you can take it, twist it all the way out, and it's just good to go. Hang on, let's do that one more time. Yeah, it's like barely anything, you know. And so, yeah, sometimes I have other pens where like I feel like it's even quieter. So anyway, yeah, this is just a really, really really nice and smooth pen. So boom, yeah. Anyway, I thought that I would show that to you guys. And yeah, I think the only con that I have to it is in terms of a Fisher Space Pen refill. I have tried multiple times to kind of fit it in, but in order to have that happen, sorry everyone, in order to have that happen, you need to have this thing right here, and it needs to be able to kind of click onto the spring. And if it doesn't do that, then it's just not gonna like deploy, which is too bad, but that's just kind of like a function of the pen. And so I've tried that many times with the Fisher Space Pen refill, but it just won't click down, which is sad, right? Because otherwise this would be like, you know, one of the ultimate EDC pens. But I do feel like when you have a Parker style refill, like, you know, you want to make sure everything that can be a Parker style refill can go into your pen. And unfortunately, the Fisher Space Pen, which is a pretty vital one, won't go into this pen, which is too bad. But I mean, you know, there's still other options. You can do Parker Quink Flow, you can do, you know, the Schmidt Easy Flow, you can do the Schmidt P900, you can do a Visconti Smart Touch. It's like there's all kinds of different options. So anyway, not something to get too sad about, but you know, it is something just to know, just for, you know, future reference. And so anyway, but overall, yeah, this is a great pen. This is a really fun and stylish pen. I have just genuinely enjoyed this thing. And yeah, and this is your boy, Desca Pens, signing off.